Hello, children. A day begun well will always end well. So begin the day with a smile. Be like sunshine that gives life to other. Happy Ramadan to everyone. May the Lord Almighty shower His blessings on you and your family. Today, we are going to see about Helenkeller's wish for the second and third day. But before that, we shall see a small recap. Till now, what we have learnt is Helenkeller, the narrator, became blind and deaf when she was 19 months old. She acquired and learnt every skill with the help of Anne Sullivan, her teacher. She started her text 3 days to see by saying that everyone should get a blessing of blindness and deafness at least for a few days. Then only people would know the importance of eyesight and enjoy their surroundings. She wants to have eyesight for 3 days and tells what she would do if she gets the eyesight for 3 days. She informs that on the first day, she wants to see people who showed kindness, read books, then go for a long walk, and finally, she wants to see the glorious sunset. So, on the whole, she informs everybody to use eyesight properly to enjoy nature. Now, it's the time for doing an activity, but before that, answer to my question. What do you use to make signs in sign language in order to make people understand? Let me give you another clue. It is a part of our body. Yes, hands. Now think 5 different words like a color, a thing, a verb, an emotion or an adjective, and frame a sentence like stars move slowly towards the blue sky, and play dumb charade to someone. Find out whether anyone in your family finds out. After that, write 2 lines on what is the new thing that you work hard to learn. That is, what is the new thing that you learn after working hard. Now I'm going to add some new information about Helenkeller. Helenkeller was born in Alabama in 1880. Alabama is in the southeastern region of the US state. She got very sick when she was almost 2 years old. I hope you know this. The sickness made her blind and deaf. She could no longer see or hear. This was very hard for Helen and her family, and so they could not talk to her. She did not know how to talk to them also, and so Helen was really frustrated. When Helen was 7 years old, she met Anne Sullivan. Anne was her teacher and taught Helen sign language. She made different positions with her hands called signs. They stood for letters. Helen didn't understand at first. One day, Anne had an idea. She poured water on Helen's hands and then spelled water in sign language. Helen could feel the water. She could also feel the hand signals. She then connected the words and signs. Helen now learned sign language. It was hard, but she kept trying. Then she learned how to read Braille. In Braille, you read by touching a pattern of tiny bumps. The bumps stand for letters. Over time, she learned how to speak. Each step was difficult for her, but she didn't give up. Helen went on to college. She became an author. She wrote 12 books. Helen is still now the inspiration for all the people. Now I am going to tell you one more amazing fact. Helenkeller wrote her life story as a book called The Story of My Life. Do you know whom she dedicated that book? She dedicated the book to Alexander Graham Bell, the inventor of the telephone, because he had helped Anne to become Helen's teacher. Now we shall see the text. We are going to see her second day's wishes. On my second day, I should like to see the pageant of man's progress, and I should go to the museums. I should try to probe into the soul of a man through his art. The things I knew through touch, I should now see. The evening of my second day I should spend at a theatre or at the movies. Till then, she told about her first day's wish. Now she moved on to the second day. On the second day, she wanted to see the progress of man. That is, she wants to know how man has developed it to this level up to today. Then she wanted to go to the museum and enjoy all the art. She says that she wants to enjoy by going into the mind of the artist. That is, she wants to know the thought of the artist while drawing the picture. In the evening, she wanted to go to the movies. After the second day, she moved on to the third day. Let's see what her wishes. The following morning, I should again greet the dawn, anxious to discover new delights, new revelations of beauty. Today, this third day, I shall spend in the workaday world amid the haunts of men going about the business of life. At midnight, permanent night would close on me again. Only when darkness had again descended upon me should I realize how much I had left unseen. Here she says that on the third day morning she wants to enjoy the sunrise and wants to be captivated by finding out new things that makes the surrounding beautiful. And also she wants to enjoy the unknown facts of beauty. Moreover, she likes to spend her day by seeing different professionals like carpenter, ironsmith, and other worksmen by visiting the common places because on midnight she knows very well that she cannot see anything as after the midnight she will become blind again. After darkness or blindness comes to her, she would realize what are all the things that were unseen by her. After she expresses her wish of the third day, she insists the readers to do something. Let's see what it is. I'm sure that if you face the fate of blindness, you would use your eyes as never before. Everything you saw will become dear to you. Your eyes will touch and embrace every object that came within your range of vision. Then at least you would really see, and a new world of beauty would open itself before you. Here she insists everyone to use the eyes properly because only when people get the fate of blindness they would use their eyes in a proper way. Only when people have the fear of blindness they would become interested to see and enjoy all the surroundings and the objects which they had not paid interest till that time. If they do so, they can enjoy the new world of beauty. She then continues, I who am blind can give one hint to those who see. Use your eyes as if tomorrow you would be stricken blind, and the same method can be applied to the other senses. Hear the music of voices, the song of a bird, the mighty strains of an orchestra, as if you would be stricken deaf tomorrow. Touch each object as if tomorrow your tactile sense would fail. Smell the perfume of flowers. Taste with relish each morsel as if tomorrow you could never taste and smell again. Make the most of every sense, but of all the senses, I am sure that sight must be the most delightful. Finally, in this paragraph, she gives advice to all the readers to use all the senses properly as if the next day those senses don't work. At first, she appeals the readers to use their sight and then she asks the readers to enjoy listening to all the voice like the soft song of a bird or the powerful sound of orchestra, that is, the music from various instruments grouped together, thinking that the next day the readers would become deaf. Similarly, she asked the readers to touch everything with enjoyment, thinking that the next day the touching sense would go away. She then asked the readers to enjoy the sweet smell of flowers, and finally she asked to enjoy every mouthful of whatever food they taste, as if the next day they are going to lose both their smelling and touching sense. On the whole, she asked the readers to enjoy the entire world by making use of all the senses. She says that eyesight is the most delightful sense and so it should be used to enjoy nature. Hope you have understood the text. Now let's ponder on the discussed points. Helenkeller was the narrator of this text, 3 Days to See. She was blind and deaf. She has expressed her wish to have eyesight for 3 days and tells what she would do if she gets eyesight for these 3 days. She informs that on the first day she wants to see people who showed kindness, read books, go for a long walk, and see the glorious sunset. On the second day, she wants to see the pageant of man's progress, go to the museum, try to probe into the soul of the artist, spend at the movies. On the third day, she wants to see the dawn, to see new things and enjoy the beauty. Wants to see all the professionals doing work. Finally, she advises everybody to use all the senses properly to enjoy the surroundings, particularly the eyesight, as it is the most delightful sense. Now your work is to answer the in-class assessment questions. Thank you very much for your patient listening.